Today we continue our reflections from Luke chapter 19 verses 29 to 38, the Triumphal Entry where Jesus rides into Jerusalem and is welcomed as king by the crowds during Passion Week. Jesus comes to his people in a kingly way. Kings were known to ride into a city in triumph after a heroic win, to be honoured and celebrated by their people. Jesus was coming as the Messiah. He was deliberately coming as their king. This fulfilled the prophecy from Zechariah 9, where Israel was to rejoice and shout aloud. Their king was coming to them on a donkey, righteous, humble, and having salvation. The crowd embraces Jesus. They spread their cloaks on the road. They exclaim, "Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord. Peace in heaven and glory in the highest," echoing the angel's proclamation on the night of his birth. He has been praised for what he has done through his earthly ministry. But this crowd, the disciples who cheered him on, were really hoping for a king, a Messiah who would overthrow Roman rule, who would lead with military might and power, who would restore Israel to them. This looked to be the moment that this would all unfold. But Jesus came as a different king for a different kind of kingdom. Riding on a donkey signified a rule of peace, his humility at the forefront of this significant moment. The same characteristics of peace, humility, and love that defined his ministry. He was coming to them as he was, as their Messiah, but not in the way that they had hoped or expected. As we in 2024 reflect this week heading up to Easter, we too may find ourselves at times perplexed by the way in which Jesus works. We too, like the crowd and the disciples on the day, may have certain expectations of him and what he will do, and how he will work in our lives and in the world. Jesus is always about the work of the Father, then and now, about the business of the kingdom of God. 2 questions to ponder today. Do you know Jesus as your King? And what changes in how we face situations when we remember that Jesus is the King?